In all living organisms, there are different organ systems to perform different life activities. But organic activities are controlled and coordinated by the nervous system in our body. In vertebrates, nervous system is composed of the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and sensory neurons. Now let's know more about nerves. A group of nerve fibers or axons covered by connective tissue constitutes a nerve. Nerves are of three types. Sensory nerves are composed of nerve fibers carrying impulses from the sense organs to the brain and spinal cord. Nerves consisting of nerve fibers that transmit messages from the brain and spinal cord to different organs and muscles constitute motor nerves. Nerves composed of both sensory and motor nerve fibers are mixed nerves. A cluster of cell bodies found in certain nerves, which appears like a tiny globular swelling, is called nerve ganglion. Nerve cells, which are capable of receiving stimuli from body and environment, are situated in sense organs and other different organs. These are modified form of neurons. As in all cells, opposite electric charges exist on either side of the plasma membrane of the receptor cells also. Changes in the internal and external environment of the body cause variations in the electrical equilibrium existing on either side of the plasma membrane. Such changes are known as stimuli. Example: light, heat, cold, etc. The flow of electric charges resulting from variations in equilibrium are called impulses. When such impulses reach the brain or the spinal cord through nerves, corresponding changes take place in the body. These changes are termed as responses. Reflex actions are sudden, involuntary reactions of the body in response to stimuli. They occur without the involvement of the conscious areas of the brain. For all reflex actions are unconscious actions. Reflex actions occur both from the brain and spinal cord, which are the parts of the central nervous system. There are 31 pairs of nerves start from the spinal cord and 12 from the brain. Reflexes formed from the brain are called cerebral reflexes. Blinking of the eye is a cerebral reflex. Reflexes may also be developed through constant practice and experience. Such responses are called conditioned reflexes. The application of sudden brakes by the driver and salivation at the thought of tasty food are examples. Reflex arc is the path of impulses in the reflex action. Let us take an illustration to see how reflex arc is formed. Suppose your hand touches a thorn. There is a sensory experience at your fingertip. Sensory nerves carry these impulses to spinal cord. The interneuron connects sensory nerves and motor nerves. From here, motor neuron carries the messages from the spinal cord to the effector muscles. The hand is withdrawn by the action of the muscle. We can categorize nervous system into two: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Nerves connecting the central nervous system to the organs of the body constitute the peripheral nervous system. Autonomous system is a branch of peripheral nervous system. Autonomous system consists of sympathetic and parasympathetic system. Sympathetic system is the combination of ganglion which appears at the two sides of the backbone and the related central nerves. Parasympathetic system is the combination of ganglions which are produced from brain and spinal cord and the nerves. The nerves from sympathetic and parasympathetic system go to almost all inner organs. Now let us see what are the changes happening in sympathetic as well as parasympathetic systems. Because of many reasons, the equilibrium of nervous system may collapse. Let us examine some of them. The continuous degeneration of neurons of brain results in the disease Alzheimer's. Accumulation of the insoluble protein in the form of plaque in the nervous tissues is the cause of Alzheimer's disease. The major symptom is memory loss. There is no medicine, no remedial measures for this disease. Parkinson's disease is due to the degeneration of the particular ganglions of the brain. This is due to the lack of a neurotransmitter called dopamine. There are treatments using dopamine to this disease, but it is incurable. Irregularity in the electric impulses in the brain cause epilepsy. Fits due to frequent and uncontrolled muscular contractions and unconsciousness are the symptoms. Continuous intake of medicines can control the disease. Let us see the changes taking place in the body of other organisms. Unicellular organisms such as Chlamydomonas and Euglena, etc. have specific parts known as eye spot to detect the presence of light. Hydra is a multicellular organism. In Hydra, nerve cells extend all over the body like a network. This network is known as nerve net. The eyes of insects are made up of thousands of minute eyes called ommatidia. On the outer surface of each ommatidium, there is a lens with 6 sides. Behind it is found a transparent conical structure, below which photosensitive cells are seen. The image formed in the eye of insects is erect. Impulses from each ommatidium reach the brain. The brain integrates thousands of images and makes vision possible. Bats move during night not by seeing, but sensing the obstacles in their way. They produce sound waves of high frequency. Since these sound waves cannot be heard by us, they are called ultrasonic sound. These waves strike the objects ahead and bounce back. Analyzing this echo, the bat can interpret the exact position, distance, nature, etc. of the object. Snakes do not have hearing capacity, but they can sense the vibrations on the ground. They frequently extend the tongue to sense the smell. Olfactory particles that strike on the tongue are received by the receptors in the special organ called Jacobson's organ situated in the roof of the mouth, and the smell is detected. Even though plants cannot see things, they are able to sense the presence of light and respond to it. This phenomenon is called photomorphogenesis.